Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. This is Ral, and with me today is Ryan.
Hey.
And today, gonna go over some of my projects I've been playing with here, and also this video is sponsored by Katerk, and they sent me a rotary tool, so we're gonna showcase that, and it's pretty cool. So we'll talk a little bit about that and what I've been doing to some of these future projects and some just playing around with here, just to check this thing out. So first thing, it's a cordless rotary tool. It's pretty compact and everything. And it comes with a lot of accessories. We'll jump into some of that stuff. The case, the cord, the instruction manual.
Everything.
Yeah. And a couple of the features about this are, one, it's really light, really easy to handle. It has 5 speeds, so you can hold it by turning it on. That's speed 3. So, and then there's 4 or 5. But basically the first one is 5,000 RPM. Then 8,000, 12,000, 15,000, and 20,000. But for all of the modeling that we're doing, I just use setting 1 at 5,000 RPM, which will sand without really melting the plastic unless you really stand in a spot. It doesn't have a whole lot of torque, which is nice, which is one of the things where Ryan likes it. If any of you guys have a corded Dremel, I have one. It has some serious torque, and it'll really twist your wrist sometimes when you turn it on. You can just feel it. But this one, I let Ryan use, and he enjoys it. So definitely with some adult supervision, of course. But I find that it's not very powerful. It's got this light here, and it works great for all kinds of miscellaneous stuff. So to show you some of the things I've been doing, this is coming up soon. This is my SC Rambler update kit. But one of the things, this is the taillight panel from Kevin at Missing Link. I cut out the taillights and I'm going to splice this in. But I used it to do the quick cut. And then some of this I did some filing and stuff too to help with it. But this thing can really get into some of the corners here with some of the bits and stuff it's got. We'll go over those in a little bit here. But it's real handy, so I was pretty happy with how this came out, if I can hold on to it here. So, this I'll be showcasing in another video of the actual project. But there's one of them, cleaning some of this stuff up, some of the holes and stuff. Here's another one that I had some damage in the wheel well. You can see the styrene in there.
I can't.
Both of those, yeah, if I get it up to the camera, you can. This was a project that I was working on doing a vinyl top of 69 Camaro, but it had some repairs and a little bit, so another one of the bodywork I'm playing with. Now here's one, getting this Jimmy Flintstone body to fit the Revell 32 Ford. Now I'm also puttying this in, getting that to fit, but inside here, there's a lot. The interior still needs to get shaved down, so I blacked this with black marker. I've got to cut that. So this can do it. There's also a really interesting saw blade. It throws a lot of resin around and dust, typical for this kind of work. So, but you can see, all the areas I've ground and trying to get all of this to fit the interior tub and get in there. Some areas I got to fill in. So getting this to fit, but even the inside here, you can see all the grinding and rounding out. I need to do this. This is started to harden. So, and just filling in the back section here. So lots of little bodywork things here, but this is great for roughing these projects in. And the last thing that I'm working on with this tool is this monster 69 Camaro, the 112 scale. Changing out the grill. So I'm making it the Rally Sport grill, and I've got this 3D printed grill here.
I thought that was actually a piece, not a 3D printed piece.
It's 3D printed, and
Goodness.
I used it to sand and bevel this edge right here. So it was great for rounding that because it was a bit more square, and I wanted to fit in there. But you can see where I've been grinding in here because you got to reshape all of this, and then this with the other piece here. It's got a real simple, easy to use collet. And I'll let Ryan show that more. But reaching in here and this is so large, it's kind of reaching, and then grinding in here. Real nice and easy, and just taking it slow, taking it easy. So, some pretty cool stuff here. So when it comes to what you're actually getting in here, and there'll be a link in the video description below to the Amazon link where you can purchase this. And it's roughly the price of a kit, really. You know, the average price of a kit now is, you know, in the $40 range. I just looked, this is like 43 bucks. So for what you're getting here, you know, no cord, battery powered, takes a couple hours to charge, and I haven't recharged it. And it's still showing, you know, almost pretty much a 3/4 of a charge right there.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's been holding up, although it's been a lot of light loads. And I mentioned not having a whole lot of torque. Hold on, Ryan. That this thing doesn't, you know, if you bind into it, it'll slow this down instead of really ripping into your project. Yeah. Now here, I'll let Ryan show what he's been working on and playing here.
So last night, I kind of worked on this. It started off from a trashy Lego sword, and I used this to upgrade it. And now I got some new designs, like those pieces weren't there. Those few pieces aren't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did a tiny little hard cut right here. It literally goes through.
Here, hold it. Put on your hands and the Dremel and show them, you know, how easy it is even for you.
I'm like, it's super easy.
Under the camera.
It's super easy, although this piece is kind of hard.
There it goes.
There you go.
Under the camera.
And now I put on a new piece.
There's a lock button you got to push down that locks it in place.
And then I do this.
You can see the light there lighting your area, so it'll throw the light in there for you.
And that's not all. I kind of got to do this bottom piece.
One of the hard things about filming is trying to make sure you're under the camera.
Mm-hmm. And now I do some other designs.
We'll get into some of the other pieces it comes with.
I kind of want to do 5 with this piece.
Right.
One thing that I really thought was funny is that this tool was supposed to be made for adults, but it's so easy that a 9-year-old can literally use it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Now I'll show you. It also comes with besides the charge cord and this case, of course, it comes with 70 bits here.
What?
Of all kinds of different stuff here. So 70-piece set. Let's get some of this stuff out. Got some polishing pads of 2 different sizes.
Dang.
Let's. I'm gonna dump some of this stuff out.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Where do you get those?
All of this comes in this kit.
Dang.
You got all these sanding bits. Let me get these out because this is.
Oh, it comes with a wrench. I did not see that.
All right, so You get all these papers. You got a couple of cut-off wheels. Those are kind of nice. All these sanding bits, you know, the little sanding wheels, and they're very soft. It's just sandpaper. And you got this saw. I really want to try that saw. I haven't done that yet.
Same.
Yeah.
But I don't think a kid should use it. The sandpaper is actually pretty good. Like, good enough for a kid to use, but make sure you don't give the kid the saw piece.
Yeah, this I can see this doing some serious damage, but I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
I might be cutting a rooftop off for a convertible with this. I got some of those projects. You get all kinds of grinding stones here and all kinds of different shapes. Then a drill bit.
Dad, you held the saw piece at such a specific angle that it went straight to my eyes and kind of like blinded me for a minute.
So anyway, we got these like diamond type tips here for filing and grinding.
I want to try this one out. It looks like a spear.
We'll do it later. I got one I used right here. I was using that in the grill here.
Oh, nice.
So put those away. And then
Why is there a drill?
this is another collet. No, this is a screw piece. What this is, Ryan, is it holds the polishing pad. See, it's got this little hole there
Oh.
because this thing goes on there very tight. So it screws in and holds the polishing pad.
Oh.
That's what this is for.
Wow. How did I
And then there's a
not
brush,
figure that
and then another one for grinding here, which this one could really tear some stuff up.
out? It can.
And
like,
this-
it's so tiny, but it can do some serious damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. How?
That's why there's adult supervision to make sure you don't use the wrong thing at the wrong time. And of course the screw here for tightening this, for pulling this off. It's got a couple of different designs, but it works out great. And quite the useful tool, but being so small and compact and lightweight, it works. It's working great here. So I'm really happy with this, and it's working out really nice. Anyways, you guys, if you want to get your own, check it out. It's from Katerk, and there's a link in the video description below from Amazon. And really appreciate them for contacting me and sending me this sample here. That's really cool, because I didn't have a cordless one. I've seen some people with some cordless ones, some friends, but I never had one before. So found that to be quite the deal. Another one of my things that I'm working on here. I'll explain that one in another video when I get to that specific project. But you guys, thank you for checking us out, and check them out, please. And you guys, thanks for tuning in, subscribing, all your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. Ryan and I, we really do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.